Well, good morning and welcome to another morning jumpstart. I'm so glad to be with you today in this video. I want to talk to you about what it means to really love Him with your yes. What that looks like. We're going to talk about it coming up next. So, this theme of obedience has been surfacing over and over in my life in different areas. And we talked about it in last week's video, or the last time that we were together. And you see, what's funny is the very next day after this video was originally recorded, there was this song that I came across that I had never heard before from an artist. I believe her name is Lindy Coffer. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but in this song, it's called Obedience. And I thought, well, how funny is that? I just talked about obedience. And so I listened to this song and I wanted to read to you the lyrics, some of the lyrics that really just spoke to my heart. And I'm hoping that it will minister to you as well today. But I'm going to just read that really quickly. So the lyrics in this song, it says, I see your yes to me in your nail-pierced hands. I will love you, Lord, and walk in your commands. This is more than words, more than a song. It's my life laid down. There's action involved. More than words, more than a song. It's my life laid down. I will love you with my yes and with my obedience. I will love you with my yes, Jesus. So I want to talk to you about what it looks like to live a life that is laid down and to really trust and obey God. It's not always easy, right? There's so many times when it just makes more sense to us just to do the normal, or you know what I mean? Like, we don't always know what tomorrow will bring and what that little step of obedience really means. Sometimes those steps don't even make sense to us. Sometimes it's in the small things that God's asking us to do that just seem like they don't really matter. But to live a life that is laid down, to sacrifice your flesh, to sacrifice what the flesh wants, and to live a life that is really truly laid down, really does allow Christ to work through you and to work in you. Because so many times we feel like we're not enough, right? There's more that I have to do. You know, God can't use me because I haven't prayed enough, because I haven't fasted long enough, because of this, because of that, right? And Jesus Christ wants to show Himself real to those around us because we live a life that is laid down, because we obey, we listen, we obey, we trust that His word, which tells us that He works everything together for the good of those who love Him and who are called according to His purpose. So if we live a life that is laid down and that is in love with Jesus Christ, then He can do so many beautiful things through our life and with our life. So the first step, and you remember me saying this because I say this quite a bit, but obedience is better than sacrifice. We know this. It says in His word that obedience is better than sacrifice. So we can live a life that says, I'm going to sacrifice this today. I'm going to sacrifice that today. But it's not in the works. It's not in what we can do. It's in the steps of obedience. It's in allowing Him to move through us and to speak through us and to love through us. We're called to a life of love. And I think it gets easier when we learn to trust him. I know in my life that there have been things that have been removed from my life where I'm like, but I need those things, right? I need the relationships. I need the friendships. I need this. I need that. And the Lord has just shown me that he can be all the things that I need. And it's in those little moments where you learn to trust him. And when you trust him and you know that he wants to do good for you, like for you and for those around you, he just wants good. He wants the best, and he's working everything together for it to be the best, for you to live a life of victory, for you to live a life that is in overflowing abundance and joy and peace that surpasses human understanding. When the world is in chaos, you know that you serve a God who loves you and who keeps you and who provides. So it's all in trusting and learning to obey even the smallest things, because in those moments where you learn to listen and obey, you're actually learning God's voice. You're learning what it is that he wants from you. So even in the small things, like I remember hearing a story about how someone was driving on the road, and I started seeing this ever since she said this, but she was talking about how the Holy Spirit told her when she was driving, there was like a sack or something that was on the side of the road. And so she's driving past this sack, and the Holy Spirit tells her, hey, you need to go and pick up that sack. And she's like, pick up the sack? What? You know, it seems like such a small, silly thing. But when you learn to listen and to differentiate between God's voice and the voice of maybe your own flesh, or maybe the voice of the enemy, the lies of the enemy that gets spoken into your ear, there's so many voices that are being spoken right now. So many voices. So you have to be able to know which one to listen to. And it's in the small things sometimes. So I just want to encourage you with the word of learning to obey him, and that's going to open up so many opportunities in your life, the right opportunities, the things that aren't going to lead you to a place where you're just striving to make things happen because it's all selfish ambition or, desperation. We do things out of so many emotions. And so when you actually know God's voice and exactly what he's leading you to do, that's when you thrive in life. That is when you truly are living. You have a purpose on this planet. And I believe that one of the things that God asks me to do is to encourage you to find it. First, to find God, if you haven't already, to learn who Jesus Christ is, what he did for you, and to come to a place where you can devote your life to him, right? So I just want to encourage you today that your life is not by accident, and that you're here for a reason. And even if it feels like you're so empty right now, I just want to invite you to lean in, to call out to God. He says, call out to me, that if you would seek me, you will find me. And it is time to seek him while he can still be found. Seek him now before it's too late. So I just want to encourage you today to find him. And in him, you will find everything that you could possibly need. Everything about you, about your identity, is found in him. So that's what I had for you today. And I hope that this word has really helped you. If it has, I want to ask you to do me a favor and like the video. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you'll get notifications whenever I come back on here. Also, make sure that you check the description because I got some things for you below. I recently finished my ebook, and that is something that is a free resource for you. It is my 4-day confidence jumpstart. So check that out in the description below. And until the next time, I will see you later. So just so you know, I completely winged it after the lyrics, because normally I have a pretty good outline. So I don't know if I fumbled my words a little bit, but I just thought you should know that I kind of winged it. So bye.